This is fascinating stuff. More than 80% of businesses claim it is important to develop leaders at every level, but only 5% successfully do. Again, this is from Carolyn Larson. This is the research that she's done. And she cites another analysis of more than 1,000 global companies. Now, this is mind-blowing, folks, what I'm about to tell you. They surveyed more than 1,000 global companies, and over half devote under $500 per leader to development. Under $500 is what half of global companies are spending in developing each leader in their organization. Now, here's a quick question. It's not in the article. I'm just curious. How much do you think these companies spend on snacks and coffee and other small benefits per person? You think it's over $500? I'll bet you it is. So where's the disconnect here? 80% of businesses say, now again, they're not actually modeling this. So there's a disconnect between what they say and what they do. But again, it kind of helps set this. 80% of companies say it's important to develop leaders at every level, but very few actually do it. They're spending money on espresso pods and granola bars. And I'm not anti either one of those things. I love a good granola bar with an espresso to wash it down. But more important than spending money on developing the lifeblood of your organization, your leaders, come on, folks, this is out of whack. Are we then surprised that young people, especially Gen X, the youngest of the millennials, to the tune of 2/3 of them have experienced what they call a toxic work environment, over 40% blaming leadership explicitly. Now, some of you, I can just tell you, you're going, well, they're snowflakes and blah, blah. No, they're not. Some are, but there's snowflakes in every generation. Let's not lose sight of what's going on. People are saying this because the environments aren't healthy. They aren't healthy. So here's what's really crazy. The budgetary hesitancy cited by the article comes down to perceived return on investment. They can measure ROI within a manufacturing department based on maybe new machines and new systems. Yes, I spend X on this software system and it saves me Y. Very measurable. And so for whatever reason, when budgets get tight or there's a fight over budgets, one of the first things that go is leadership development, maybe having executive coaches for all your why. Because there's some sort of perceived, well, that's investing in a person and we got to get our cost of goods sold down and we got to get our delivery down. And again, I get all that, but you can invest in all the systems in the world and all of the software in the world, but if people don't want to be there and you've got constant turnover, it is all a complete spit in the wind exercise. This is the irony. Here's what's going on with this problem, Alex. So, in the world of leadership development, which is such a small fraction going on in the world, if I'm training a leader to lead well, I am teaching them how to pull, not push. Now, let me give you an example. If I'm standing in front of this table, if I were to stand up in front of this table, and let's say that Alex, the producer, came in and he walked up behind me and not forcefully, but he just began to push me towards the table. What am I going to do? What is my instinct? Okay. He's not violently pushing me, but he comes up behind me and he begins to push me. So what's happening is Alex is pushing my body towards his table. And at some point I will have to bend over. Maybe I fall. So when he pushes me, my initial reaction is I look back, what's going on? I feel threatened. I'm in a defensive posture and I begin to go, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? And I don't know what's happening, and I'm now trying to I'm defending myself. I'm confused. I want to know what's going on. I didn't ask to be pushed. Everything in me is resistant. Would you agree? Now let's look at a situation, and let's say that Alex and I are in a situation where I need him to pull me forward. All right, so let's say we're out on a hike or something, and I got a little muddy spot, and I'm trying to get up, and I say, hey, can you pull me up? Now watch the difference here. He's reaching out, I'm reaching out. He meets me there, and he pulls me forward. And so the posture is very different. When you pull somebody forward, okay, they have a whole lot more option. Now, I know some of you are going to be cynics and go, wait a second, I don't want to be pulled forward. But we're talking about leadership is going, hey, I want you to come with me. This is where we're going. And they go, I need your help. I'm not ready, but if you help me, I'll let you pull me forward, right? I can't get there on my own, but if I reach out and you grab my hand and you pull me forward. So leadership is the art of pulling people who are acknowledging, I'm not ready. I may be a little anxious. I may be a little scared. I may be uncertain, but if you pull me, I can get up. Versus the push. Nobody wants to be pushed from behind, but people are far more willing to be pulled forward. That's the thing I want you to get. And if you understand that, and if companies understood that, and we go, we got to teach our leaders, our managers, how to pull people, not push them. And watch what happens when it's all push, push, push. Tension is up, anxiety's up, turnover's up, productivity is down, profitability is down, turnover's high. All this pushing is breaking the leadership culture in America. And we got to teach people to pull.